Today's video has at least one cheater in this duo's team. This is a ranked FPP duos match played on the EU server. In this replay, submitted to the channel by a subscriber, I will break down key moments of each player's match, focused on areas of concern. After reviewing both replays, let me know in the comments if you think it's either nobody cheating, one cheating only, or both of them. A team is approaching, no visual or audio indicators about them. Pre-scoping right where unseen and unheard enemy is moving towards. Aiming at enemy through the hangar door. Let's look closer at that spray. Lowest graphics settings, X-ray mode turned off, 500% zoom and slowed down. The enemy was ever so briefly visible through the bush, but most of the time they were behind a rock. All these shots tracked them as they ran behind this rock. That was a double headshot kill right out of the flashbang blind. So what kind of player are we talking about here? Is this a maximum level account with thousands of hours of experience? Nope, it's one of those darned bronze bomber accounts. At least this time they are playing on a PUBG Plus account, so at some point in time Crafton got some money out of it. The teammate is on a much more experienced account. We're not done on this guy yet, some more examples from a little later in the match. Gunshots are heard from the east, it's not them reacting to them that's the issue. The issue is the continued firing at the enemy from this point in time, despite them being fully behind cover. A closer view without the trees in the way. Pinpoints unseen enemy still hiding behind cover. Yes, they clearly know an enemy player is over there. The issue is the exact scoping right onto the enemy behind the hill. Not to mention tracking their movement perfectly once they were out of sight. Moving forward to the final examples for this guy. This will help give more context when I analyze the teammate. Is this guy verbally telling the teammate about the enemy over the ridge, or is the teammate also using wall hacks? That kill was right through the grass and fire effect, no line of sight. Do you like seeing cheaters getting exposed like this? If so, please give the video a like to help it trend on YouTube. And please subscribe if you are a frequent viewer here or would like to see more content like this. Subscribers will get alerted to when new videos are published. Pinpoints enemy's head through trees. Yes, there was gunfire from that direction, but this is still a solid example of cheating. Eagle eyes, no sound from this direction, still able to inexplicably spot this enemy moving. No prior intel this time, it's stale, and they still pinpoint the enemy. Okay, let's move on to the review of their Battle Buddies replay. Here's the perspective of the teammate. We need to determine if this guy is simply acting on intel from the other guy or cheating with software also. You can see there's quite a bit more at stake for this guy. They are almost at maximum level. They've maxed out their Minotaur AUG progressive weapon also. It's very likely that they've spent some real-world money on this account. I'll move forward in the match to a point where they are actually playing. This was just a quite time to intro them, and I like to see them get shot in the face. These two have played together 18 matches over the last 2 weeks. Will they overcommit to shooting the distant enemy once they go to cover? What do you think? Too much, or was it reasonable? This looks bad, but it's 2 seconds after the other guy does the same thing. It's possible the other guy put a marker down. Nothing conclusive there either. They didn't track the enemy anywhere near as much as the other guy did when I showed you earlier. Even if they aren't using cheat software directly, they must surely know their teammate is. This next one is a critical example. You can see the vehicle ahead. It's been there a long time. There's no sound or visual clues as to an enemy in that location. So watch what happens here. This guy pulls out a grenade for no reason and cooks it. If their teammate is telling them what to do and helping them with their wall hacks, it's not obvious from what we saw earlier. This very much looks like extrasensory perception in action. Only at this point, after the grenade has been thrown, is this enemy even visible. Let's take a look at that again, this time without X-ray and with the lowest graphics settings. They spray at the unseen enemy into the tree that they are behind. Looks like a Wallhack error. Only after committing to the Molotov does the enemy finally become visible at this new position. In my opinion, this sequence highlights that this player is also fully aware of all other enemy locations. Even if the teammate is guiding them with their own Wallhack software, the reaction times to counter the enemy player are too quick. Shooting at that tree trunk after no intel at all about the enemy moving there really puts a nail in the coffin. The plausible explanation is that they did see them move there due to the Wallhack software, and they thought they could shoot them. But the enemy was behind the tree, not in front of it. This is the mistake those with Wallhacks frequently make. This next enemy was spotted with the eagle eyes sometime before in a vastly different area. It's fair to say, though, that they could suspect an enemy in this direction. Their movement once more betrays that they know way more than what they should. The replay ends here. They go on to take out the last guy and win the match. So what do you think? Is this guy cheating with software, or are they just getting instructed by their teammate? What's your verdict? Leave it in the comments below.